I'm Sarah Flores. Welcome back. Here's a quick look at sports. Pyeongchang, South Korea will not see NHL players at the Olympics next month. There will be no NHL players participating. The teams are made up of former players, including from the Leafs. The roster for the 2018 Winter Games was announced in Calgary today. The hockey game takes place on February 14th to the 25th. The Toronto Maple Leafs lost against the Ottawa Senators last night at the Air Canada Centre. Leafs entered the third period down 2 goals and scored 2 straight to tie it up. Ottawa's late-game pressure overpowered the Leafs. Senators forward Tommy Payette scored with 3 minutes left. The Buds lost 4-3 against the Senators. Toronto now has a 5-day break. They're back on the ice next Tuesday. Following their nail-biting loss of 90-89 against the Miami Heat, the Toronto Raptors will return to court as they face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. The game is highly anticipated, especially since forward Serge Ibaka will not play in the game. Ibaka faces a 1-game suspension following his physical confrontation with Heat forward James Johnson. The Raptors are hoping they can come together and pull out a win on home turf tonight. The action takes place at the Air Canada Centre at 8 p.m. A Chinese wheelchair athlete has been nominated for a sporting award after climbing a mountain in Hong Kong. It was an incredible sight. The 35-year-old conquered Lion Rock in Hong Kong. It's 490 meters high and represents China's spirit, persistence, and unity. He's a 4-time champion and the first Chinese winner of the X Games Extreme Sports. He did this 6 years after the car accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. That's a look at sports. Time now for your full weather forecast. Khaled Omar has the details.
Today is a pretty nice and mild weather compared to previous weather in which we've had. Today will be a high of 9 with a low of 7 with chances of showers throughout the day. Tomorrow we will have a high of 1 and a low of -10 with risk of freezing rain, and we could see up to 2 centimeters of snow. On Saturday we have a high of -9 and we dip down to an all-time low of -17. We are expecting mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of flurries. Although the snow seems to be briefly melting, we are expected to have a high of up to 2 centimeters snowfall on Saturday. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Khaled. We leave you today with this. Everyone has their own way of dealing with the cold, and so do these alligators in North Carolina. A group of the cold-blooded reptiles are using a unique survival strategy. In a frozen pond, these alligators are sticking out their snouts through the ice. They're trying to stay alive. They breathe through the gaps in the ice while falling into a state of hibernation. When it warms and the ice melts, the alligators' body temperatures will return to normal. That's all for today. Remember, you can head to humbernews.ca anytime for the day's news and much more. Humber News is written and produced by students in the journalism program. Our technical crew are students in the broadcast videography program. I'm Sarah Flores. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.